Hi, I'm Akeem Morgan, the father of Akil Giovanni Dale Morgan. Akil was born on the 4th of October 2020 at the UHWI hospital. But it wasn't until the 5th of October when the doctors came and checked on obviously my newborn child and my wife, when we were told that he was in distress. Now for us, I mean, it just felt like the walls were just caving in.
Alright. What was your experience like as a father and having a child admitted in the NICU?
You know what, it was actually tough. It was tough. It was a bittersweet moment from the sun, but I mean, me and my wife actually got it from the summer because having a child, I mean, you want to bring your child home, love and care for him, bring him among family and friends and so forth, and we weren't able to do that. Do you understand? So, I mean, him being left in the NICU and stuff like that, I mean, it was devastating. You understand? But I mean, we made it work nevertheless.
Alright, I totally understand that. So what was the best part of your child being admitted?
There's not really any best moments in that, you know what I mean, given the fact that obviously him being left behind and we having to come home and leave him. So I mean, our mind was at the hospital, but physically our body was here obviously, innit? You understand? But to see how the nurses gathered around, because I mean there were more kids, there were more babies than nurses and doctors, and to know that they were there and giving their all, you understand, to ensure that everyone who was there, every baby that was there, to ensure that they were all okay, you understand. So that was one of the best things, knowing that my child was okay.
I love that actually. Alright, so what was your worst experience?
Worst experience was actually seeing my child after, because I was obviously present for his birth. So seeing him after that in the NICU, I mean, trust me, I would love to forget it, but I really can't. You understand? But seeing him lying there with all of the IVs running through his veins, do you understand? I mean, got you. You get what I'm saying? Absolutely got it. And then to be further told that, I mean, they will have to find a new vein, because the current veins that they had at the time, I mean, they were collapsing. And I was just thinking about, so you're gonna have to jerk him again. Like, trust me, it was mad. I hated it.
Totally understand that no father would want that for their child. So how did the whole experience impacted you as a father?
I mean, going through the stages, going through the episodes. I mean, as me and my wife, because I mean she was my backbone as well, and we were each other's backbone. So as we ventured through like the days, it molded me as a man. You understand the sacrifices that I had to make, things that I had to step out on my own to make it to be there for both my wife and my child. Because I mean, she was torn. You know what I mean? So I had to play both roles at the same time, basically. I had to be a father and I had to be a brother as well. So I had to be a father, a brother, and a husband. So I mean, that made me firm as a man. You understand? And knowing that when she saw him in the NICU as well, it was crazy for her. So I mean, I had to be there. I had to be there physically, help her physically. You understand? And I mean, at that point as well, I mean, I was the most religious father. I mean, it's funny laughing about it now, but I mean, I prayed morning, even night. You understand? And at the same time, obviously, we had family praying, we had friends praying. You understand? But I prayed morning, noon, and night just to ask God to just be there for the little man. You know what I mean? We can get a call anytime and get the worst of news, you get me? But it wasn't so. And you know what I mean? I'm here being the best father, and he's there being the best son. My wife is being the best wife. So you know what I mean, it was an experience.
Awesome, love it. All right. So, what stood out for you the most while your child was admitted?
What stood out for me again, I mean, was seeing how collectively the nurses and the doctors, the synergy between them, to ensure that everyone's baby was okay. Because my wife, she went there and she had an encounter with few of the nurses, whereas one of them had the baby after hours while everyone was sleeping, and she was just nursing with the last bottle. She went there obviously with more, and when she encountered that, it brought some amount of warmth to her heart. And then obviously she's telling me that she communicated that with me. It made me feel okay. So you know what I mean, to know that obviously the doctors and the nurses are doing their thing, ensuring that our baby's alright. So I mean, that meant a lot to me.
Awesome, I love that. Alright, so what advice would you give current fathers with children or a child in the NICU?
Fathers, and I mean, I say this from depths of my heart. Play your role. Do what you need to do. At the end of the day, you and your loved one play equal part in bringing this child forth. You understand? And I urge you to do what you need to do. They didn't ask to be here. You understand? So you got to do what you have to do to ensure that the child is okay. Be each other's backbone, like I just said to you. You understand? It's needed. It's worthwhile. You get what I'm saying? And I think that if we had certain institutions whereas certain things were told to people, men, certain programs, you understand? I think it made, I mean, just to educate, just for us to have just morally for us to know and be cognizant of certain things, our surrounding and life as a parent, and I mean as we grow up. I think it will make Jamaica a better place. You understand? But you just need to do what you need to do as a parent. You understand? And make it work, sacrifice. You understand? They didn't ask to be here, so then I mean you just got to do it.
Love it.